What's up, guys? So today, going to be talking about the escalation of the nuclear war threat coming from Russia. And right now, I mean, you can go back to when, I mean, I don't know when there hasn't really been a nuclear threat from Russia per se, but I think we can honestly look at the situation with Ukraine and the fact that it's honestly not going too well for Russia, and the fact that they're getting a little bit more desperate. But as back in September, as far as September 21st, is when Putin kind of first started threatening and putting it out there about the nukes. But not only is he threatening nukes, they're pulling in the Russian reserves. They're bringing more people to the front. They're trying to pull in, I think, like 300,000 Russian soldiers. And you have to ask yourself, how serious is this? How serious of a threat is it? And ever since this point, we've just seen it continue to escalate. And it's going, and in my opinion, I believe it's going to continue to escalate until something major actually does happen. So as back in September, he's threatening nuclear war and using nukes. And mind you, now we have who knows what kind of nukes we exactly have, who knows the capabilities that our governments have created, since it's been well over 50, 60 years since we used the first nuclear bombs that we had, and how much more advanced they are now and what the capabilities are. We really have no idea, but we do know they have smaller payloads that they could use, not like quite as big as we've seen. Maybe they just want to knock out a few smaller areas, or use tactical nukes. So you don't really know what to expect, but the threat is real. And we've been continuing to see the escalation. This is just a few days ago, that Poland is now requesting that the United States bring some of our nukes and station them in Poland to be used against Russia in case something happens. Okay, so now we have Russia that's threatening them, and now we have Poland that's requesting to have our nukes over there, as well as, the whole object is to keep Ukraine from becoming a part of NATO, which they're still in talks with NATO. And that's Putin's ultimate goal, is to make sure that doesn't happen. So as we push closer to them becoming a part of NATO, the threat becomes ever more real. But now we have movement from Russia. They're using, they deployed this insane submarine that has the ability. It carries this one torpedo that is a nuclear powered torpedo. Got a diagram over here, that it can launch a nuclear torpedo that I don't know exact the range of it, but it's powered by a nuclear engine, so I imagine it can go pretty far. And it's a nuclear torpedo that's designed to cause tsunamis. So that's something we've never seen before. That's something that, who knows how devastating it really could be. It might even be more devastating than a nuclear bomb that we're thinking of. Just the devastation of waves that are up to, they're saying up to 400 meters in height, being able to wash up on shore. So, I mean, either way, insane devastation. But Russia's deployed this. This is on the move. They're getting this ready in case they are going to use it. And then not only is all this happening, but you're seeing other things, such as the United States government. They're purchasing up $290 million worth of nuclear emergency drugs. It's mostly like iodine tablets, but you're seeing different moves from governments kind of getting ready and getting ahead of this. And then on top of everything, you got the Prime Minister of Ukraine, Zelensky. He's calling for NATO to preemptively strike Russia to combat nuclear capabilities. So he himself is calling for strikes against Russia before they even use a nuke on him. And we're just seeing these escalations, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. And I don't know, you have to ask yourself, like, I mean, I'm a United States citizen, wherever you're from, but speaking from that perspective, like, is it worth it? Is it our fight? Is it worth it to send our guys to go over there and possibly get killed, or to go get involved in a nuclear war? I mean, we're basically, let's not kid around. We're already kind of at war with Russia. We're pushing $100 billion sending over to Ukraine. We got United States citizens on the ground. You got the it's reported that there are special operations people, United States special operation guys on the ground helping Ukrainian forces. So we're already there, and the more we push this, I mean, we're already kind of involved, but like, you just gotta ask yourself, is it worth it? Should the United States be involved in this? Is it worth it to go fight this war against Russia and taking back, Ukraine? In my opinion, I lean on the side that we just got out of war. We've lost lots of our guys' lives. We got a lot of problems at home. I prefer to stay out of this. I'm all for Ukraine fighting for their own independence and keeping Russia at bay, but at the same time, is it our fight? Is it worth our lives? And to remind you, Ukraine is not an ally to the United States. They're not a part of NATO. And if they become a part of NATO, you could very well bring nuclear war with it. So it's just, you got to ask yourself, is it worth it? Let me know what you think. If we should be sending this money to Ukraine, if we should be helping out, we should get involved in a war with Russia over this. I don't know. Either way, it's getting a little scary. Exciting times ahead of us nonetheless. But let me know what you think. If you liked the video, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. And until next time, guys, y'all have a great one.